I would love this.
It's a bit
Oh
of a
my
spa
God!
moment. If it's possible, I'd love to have a fireplace in the kitchen, and then.
You know, Gwen, if you have enough money, I think it's possible. You sang at the Grammys. I don't think there's anything in your life that's not possible. Hey everybody, okay, we are back. We're finally back to our Architectural Digest home tours. This one, I remember seeing this one once. Gwyneth Paltrow is an easy target because I think it's nepotism, I feel, which is fine, but I think she just lives in a different universe than the rest of us, and we'll see. I think I remember loving this home though.
Hi, Dee. Welcome to our home. Ground up. So it's the first time I've ever done anything like that. It was quite an undertaking. I think having spent so much
we when they say this?
time as an expat in Europe and really falling in love with Georgian proportions.
She is one of these American women that Kathy Griffin said a joke about Uma Thurman when she goes, I know Uma Thurman thinks she's like from Europea or whatever. And it does feel like that. Like, it does feel like Gwyneth Paltrow. Well, she did live in London. She lived in England for a while because she was married to what's his name from Coldplay. Remember when Gwyneth Paltrow sang at the Grammys once? Oh. You don't remember that? Okay, hold on. She sang that song. She can sing. Okay, they've obviously wiped it from the internet, but this is the one we can find. So she sang a CeeLo song. Fuck you. So that's what she sang. Okay, here she comes. Okay, we're back to ED. Here's the thing. She can sing fine. Something about her singing at the Grammys makes me mad because it's like so many artists are trying to make their way to that stage, and Gwyneth, because she's so powerful, was like, I can sing pretty well. Let me just test the waters out at the Grammys. Not like a club in New York, not like, it's like, so I've been driving around town with a girl I love and I'm like, fuck you. And then we're like, I like how she's dressed. This big belt though bothers me.
I really wanted the entryway to feel like its own special room. And so with the architects.
It's barren. I mean, it looks like after World War II, they went into fucking Denmark and there was like a raided old mansion and all that was left was like a few vases.
Conceived of having a fireplace, which is something you see in an entryway and just gives this really
I mean, yeah, I like it, but
feeling of warmth and welcome.
Warmth? It's barren. With a Beetlejuice floor and nothing. I mean, like, the flower is like, it looks like it's in like an eggshell that hasn't hatched yet with like a growth coming out of it. I wouldn't say it's warm.
It also reminds me of, you know, as I said, my time living in London and just a detail that's classic and traditional. I really like the mix of having the things that are sort of systemic to the house. They're more traditional.
Systemic to the house.
It's a system. The house is a system.
We have reclaimed fire.
She's lost it.
Gives sort of leeway to have a more contemporary, like mixed experience with the furnishings and stuff like that.
Now, I would say over Ashley Tisdale, which I was shocked how popular that video was. She certainly knows what she's talking about. Like, I don't think Gwyneth is an idiot. I think she's incredibly smart. I think she's a fine actress. I think that she does like home living, beauty, decor, cooking. Like, she's like Martha Stewart that you got off Amazon. Do you know what I mean? Because Martha, say what you want about Martha, but she is, I mean, she's a control freak. I don't think she even denies that. But she genuinely, she's walking around her garden being like, replace that, put that here, move that here, I'll do it for you. Here's a new recipe. We have to test this out, blah, blah. You know, where Gwyneth is more so like, she's that, but like the sort of Xanax version of it.
This is one of my favorite little rooms of the house, the powder room. It's got.
Say it's a bathroom where people shit and I cut it out.
All this hand-done antique mirror.
It is stunning.
Hand-painted wallpaper. It's got a reclaimed.
Hand-painted wallpaper.
That's another level of well. That's great. That's just a mural.
It's not even, it's a relief painting from ancient Rome. It's not even.
It's not wallpaper.
It's a sculpture on your wall. You're right. Yes, Chris, it's not wallpaper. Hand-painted wallpaper? No. It's a painted wall with a sculpture on it.
Metal finishes. It's really pretty. I love it. It makes me feel very grown up when I pee in here.
Okay, I'm gonna say something that's wrong. That I'm sure architects would say to me that I'm incorrect. The wallpaper in this room makes it look like a Windows 95 wallpaper option. The chair, I don't like this room.
The house, she's been one of my best friends for 20 years, and I was trying to do it by myself. And
I don't think Gwyneth Paltrow has wiped her ass by herself. I really don't think she's done anything by herself. I don't.
it was.
But I like her.
But some of the things I had ordered before we started, like this beautiful table, this came from France, a beautiful furniture gallery called Caso. And then Bridget found these really cool contemporary chairs.
I don't like the chairs. I like everything but the chairs.
And this.
The chairs feels like they're the best option at Staples in the office chair section. That when we went there as kids, we just sat around and spun in them because we were bored while my mom had to get, I don't know, some bullshit.
Chandelier, which
I like the chandelier, it's stunning.
Decide if it looks like a grasshopper or lily pads or.
It looks like neither one, Gwyneth. It looks like $1 billion chandelier that's above your home.
And again, we have a reclaimed fireplace here from Chateau de Ming, and then
What does a reclaimed fireplace mean?
They stole it from the...
Chris, it's systemic to the home. Do you know what's systemic to this home? Carbonara.
this wallpaper is so amazing. It's hand painted by these.
Then it's not wallpaper. Gwyneth, it's a mural. It's not wallpaper. Wallpaper you glue onto your fucking wall. If someone's coming in and painting it, don't call it wallpaper. Am I wrong here?
Oh, you're right. That's not...
Artists in Los Angeles. It's called MJ Atelier, and they also made the powder room wallpaper. They do these.
Speaking of the language, I think she's fluent in Spanish, German, French, not Italian.
I love that the wallpaper really grounds the room in kind of a more traditional feel, and then again we have some super contemporary items mixed in.
Apparently she speaks French and Spanish.
She does speak French. Should we find an interview of her speaking French? Here, I'll look it up right now. I want to see how good her Spanish is too. Okay, perfect Spanish. Let's see.
Una gran actriz ganadora de un Oscar, de un Globo de Oro, cualquier premio, esta mujer lo tiene. Qué rico estar contigo, qué elegancia.
Gracias.
Oh, gracias. She has to. Of course, Gwyneth Paltrow has to have the Spanish Spain accent. Of course. She can't do neutral. She can't be Mexican. She can't be Colombian. She can't be Peruvian. She can't be Chilean. Well, even Chilean. No one understands Chilean. She has to be Spain Spanish and emphasize the gracias.
Bueno, cuando tenía 15 años yo estaba estudiando
When I had
español
15 years old, I was studying Spanish
en el Colegio Nueva York y la
here in New York.
profesora nos han dicho, bueno, hay una oportunidad a ir a España, a
When I
estudiar
had an opportunity to go to Spain
ahí.
and study there.
Entonces yo hacía un intercambio y vivía con una familia en el centro de España.
Okay, so she lived with a family in Spain. I want to know how rich this family was because if her mother's
Y me encantó y
and I love it.
fue como una temporada en mi vida muy importante.
There was
Me
a time in my life that was really important.
encanta España, la cultura latina.
Her Spanish is great.
Me gusta mucho
I like it a lot.
la cultura, la lengua.
She said, me encanta España. And then she said about Mexico, me gusta. Well, we need to start encanting Mexico too.
la gente.
Así que
And the people, they always say that, la gente.
con en la escuela, con la gente, ningún amigo en especial, amiga.
Do you have a friend in particular that you practice Spanish with? But also, how good is my Spanish that I'm understanding all this?
Con ella hablo, practicamos, bueno, yo practico con ella. Y también tenemos una niñera de España en casa para que mis niños pueden aprender también. Entonces, siempre estamos hablando en español y yo creo que es muy importante. Yo tengo una amiga
She thinks it's very important. I have a friend.
hablaba como 5 lenguas o
Who
así,
speaks 5
y ella
languages.
me decía una
She
lengua,
tells me one language,
una vida.
one
Y yo
life.
creo que es verdad, cuando puedes hablar más de un idioma, puedes entender muchísimo más y yo creo que es una experiencia profundo para hablar.
Yeah,
más.
I don't disagree with her. She's saying basically if you can speak another language that you can like really connect with other lives out there. Wait, I want to see her speaking French though. Gwyneth Paltrow parle français de son rôle dans Iron Man 3.
Donc, dans le premier film, Pepper, elle est très mignonne, elle est toujours en train d'aider Tony avec son travail. était très bien, était mignon, mais maintenant, dans la troisième,
Her French is good. It's equal to her Spanish. Now, her Spanish is probably better than her French, where also my Spanish is better than my French. My Italian is obviously the best. Mais j'ai la même chose en français quand je parle français. J'utilise mon italien, je change l'accent. J'espère que mon français se... Mais je suis sûr que je parle mieux espagnol que je parle française. Mais j'ai pu... quand je suis allé à Paris pour mon spectacle, je fais mon spectacle, le Palais de théâtre. Je parlais avec the owner. C'est 5 minutes que j'ai parlé français avec elle. Elle m'a dit que « Mais tu parles très bien française. » Et je pensais que « Wow, c'est la première personne ici à Paris qui me dit quelque chose de gentil parce que je suis habitué de parler avec une personne de Paris qui me dit que non, tu parles pas bien française. Donc, elle m'a dit qu'elle dit Maroc. And I was like, oh, okay, so that's why. So yeah,
What did you say?
I was saying, trying my best.
You had a show and you talked to the manager.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You speak good French."
Yes, very good. And then I was like, wow, this is the first person in France who's ever been nice to me. And then she was from Morocco, and that's why she was nice to me. But my French is very I can communicate in French. And if you're from France, you're probably like, it is terrible, it's awful, it's terrible France. But that's the French. They're not happy with themselves. And but it's like by Spanish, French, Italian, because I learned Italian first, and it's like the basis, it's so close to Latin, it's the closest to Latin, it's a great base to branch off to other Romance languages. So like speaking Spanish has become, even though I have a really strong... Cuando yo hablo español, que yo tengo un acento muy fuerte en italiano, normalmente durante una conversación con una persona de España o Latinoamérica, Sudamérica, Centroamérica, me dijo, tú hablas como Mario Luigi. Pero es más fácil hablar en español que francés porque yo puedo hablar, como el acento es más similar del italiano. Pero en français, quand je parle français, j'utilise les paroles italiennes, je change l'accent parce que je suis sûr que le grammaire, c'est plus similaire de italien que espagnol à français. E poi posso parlare italiano. I will say it's a bit of a superpower to speak other languages. Like when you go to other countries, number one, you don't look like a complete asshole. But number two, it's like that woman on the beach in Mexico, that white lady who was just screaming, "Cuantos costas?" while I was getting a massage. I don't know, it just helps you connect with people. Like when they offered these massages on the beach in Mexico, and it was in Puerto Vallarta. And so I was talking to this woman, Maria, who was giving me the massage, and we were just chit-chatting in Spanish. And I was like, oh yeah, this is my grandpa's from. He's from Jalisco. And we were kind of just chit-chatting. And then you don't feel so like you've connected with this person. I need to get the fuck out of this room.
I just look for those little elements to kind of bring some texture and some homey feeling in. We also put the fireplace in, which is like...
Bitch, how many fireplaces do you need in this house? I love her house. I'm saying right now, if I had money like this would be my home. I would call Gwyneth and say, you're insufferable, give me your home.
To my days living in the UK, I had 2 wood-burning fireplaces in
I love this home.
And it was just such an important element of like beating those cold, dark winters. And I just got so used to having the fires on all the time. So when Robin and Steven and I came to sit down and design
I want a team to sit down and design something with me. I want a team. People don't like that I do this with my pillows, but I've never owned a couch before, like 4 years ago. So now that I have a couch, I'm doing it.
You know, I said I'd love to have, if it's possible, I'd love to have a fireplace in the kitchen. And then,
you know, Gwen, if you have enough money, I think it's possible. Yeah. I don't think there's anything, you sang at the Grammys, I don't think there's anything in your life that's not possible. Am I wrong? I just don't think there's anything in your life that's not possible.
My dream to have all my pots lined up on these beautiful cast iron pots. In the fall, I love to cook. I love to braise things and make soups and stews.
Both of our eyes are glazing over. They're glazing over right now.
Things I always gravitate towards whatever produce is in season.
I can see why she's so incredibly unlikable, but likable at the same time. Does that make sense? Like, I can see it. Look, this is a series about rich people who show us their homes. I want to see how other people live. Do you see what I'm saying?
You know, in spring is like you start to get this abundance in California of all this amazing produce. I mean, we get it all year round. We're very
I
spoiled.
was just gonna say, what the fuck is spring in California? It's a temperate climate. Like, what is spring in California? Spring is not spring in California, in Southern California. Spring is here in New York, when you've been suffering for months. And then here's how you know it's spring in New York City. You come to New York City, you don't understand this. When it's spring in New York City, you know it's spring because you can smell the piss on the streets again. When things are frozen over, you don't smell them. Then they start to thaw, and you're like, piss, spring has sprung.
My son's favorite recipe that I make is turkey meatballs or turkey ragu. He loves pasta.
Okay. Do you think anyone of Italian origin has ever been in that home? Oh, this is the most replayed part.
And Bridget and I went to the stone yard and we were kind of like wandering around. We didn't know what material we were going to choose, and we were looking at some quartzes and some different marbles, and then we both came from different directions and like saw this and fell in love with it at the same time. I don't even know what kind of marble it is, but it's so pretty. I usually have some Japanese whiskey is usually my favorite.
Why is this the most viewed part on the thing? I'm losing my mind of boredom. That was it? This is the second most viewed. Ooh, the spa.
The most incredible
Okay,
thing of the house.
let's see. Oh, money. I would love this.
It's a big
Oh my
spa
God!
moment happening. Understatement.
A spa moment? It's a spa! The Four Seasons would blush looking at this.
You know, I'm into wellness, so I feel like it's justified, right?
Justified?
Yeah, well, maybe I can write it off as a business expense then. I think when we were conceiving of the house, we were trying to think of just like a forever home, and what would be the few things that are just so
Pool. Oh, this
Paris
is
called them, and
nice.
the tiles, they're handmade, and
Oh my
as
God,
well.
she's got so much money.
And there's a cold plunge, excellent for circulation. Roman and Williams designed these for waterworks.
Go.
It's kind of industrial design,
Ah.
which gives everything such like a great hand. Pinch me, I cannot believe that.
Yeah, you can, Gwyneth. You've won an Academy Award in fucking Valentino, whatever the hell you were wearing, that pink dress. You know, I like her. I think she just comes off as an arrogant, rich lady, but I do like her-ish. God, I wish I had that home. Chris, this is the home that I want. I want this home. Gwyneth, if you're listening, and I know you watch this channel, I don't think she knows what YouTube is. Okay, everyone, well, thank you so much. Come see me live on tour. I'm gonna be in Australia and New Zealand and Europe in the fall, so go to MatteoLaneComedy.com.